Thank you so much, Mr. Shahryar, for expressing your treasured views and enlightening all of us here from your knowledge. Bill Gates has wonderfully said the internet is becoming the town square for the global village of tomorrow. So now for an edifying presentation on universal, affordable, fast internet, a must for e-commerce growth. I'm glad to invite on the stage Mr. Parvez Iftikhar, CEO, ICT Forum, Pakistan. Dear all, give him a fervent welcome.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm going to take a step back from the two excellent presentations that we just heard. They were about e-commerce. But step back in the sense that e-commerce does not work without internet, obviously. Internet actually gave birth to e-commerce, and therefore, unless we have a reliable, affordable, universal, good quality, fast internet, e-commerce is not going to grow. And sometimes we tend to forget that part. I'm sorry, I've been told that the remote control of the slides does not work, so please bear with me if something is not going right. So, whoever is controlling the slides, if you could please watch me. Okay, so just to give you a short intro of myself, just to tell you, one slide back please. Yeah, where do I come from? I've been telecom head of Siemens in Pakistan. I have been CEO of USF, Universal Service Fund, the first CEO, so I had the good opportunity to build that organization. I am advising, or I have advised in 13 different countries. And most of all, I'm not looking for anything from the government. So just a disclaimer from my side. So I think I should be trusted, taken seriously. Next one. So, as we all know, telecom was the main engine of growth in the early 2000s. Similarly, broadband internet can be the main engine of growth. In fact, it can be even much more than that, because nowadays nothing works, or in near future, nothing is going to work without broadband internet. Admittedly, of course, we all know that a lot needs to be done. It's not that simple. But I'm going to talk about three things in my short presentation. Just three things which I think can boost internet, consequently boost e-commerce, and of course the economy as a result of that. And the three things which I'm going to talk about require no government funding. A lot of times questions are asked, "Paisa kahan se aayega?" Well, the basic things that I'm going to talk about, very, very basic. You don't need any money for those. Next. As you probably all know, internet has three main components. One is the equipment. Equipment on the user side, which means smartphones, tablets, laptops, desktops, whatever. And equipment on the service provider's side, which means computers, servers, data centers, exchanges, switches, I should say. That is equipment, that is the first part. The second part is the access network. The access can be wired access, the one shown in green, or it could be wireless access to the users, which means 3G, 4G, 5G, whatever. That's the access part. And the third part is the backbone, which brings everything together to the internet. The towers are connected to the internet, and so are the servers and switches and data centers, that's everything. So three main parts. So what we'll do is, next slide. Next slide. We'll talk separately about these three, and I will try to explain what needs to be done, what intervention needs to take place in these three basic elements of internet. The first one, next slide, is equipment. Equipment has to be affordable. As we probably know, Pakistan is one of the 4 Pakistan has one of the fourth largest population of freelancers in the world. According to freelancers.com, Pakistan is number 2. So we have got a huge number of freelancers who work using internet. And what they need are the internet components. They need PCs, laptops, routers, scanners, whatever. But to make it affordable, we have to control the taxes. ICT taxes in Pakistan are an issue. And if you look at the rest of the countries, 82 countries in the world are signatories of Global IT Agreement of WTO. This was an agreement signed between 29 countries in 1996. Later on, the number kept on growing. There was an expanded IT agreement in 2015, in which more countries, 53 countries have already signed. Total number of countries 82. They all have signed an international treaty to eliminate tariffs on IT products. No import or export taxes of any kind on IT products. Consequently, they are all progressive. What we have been doing is, we have been on ad hoc basis, we have been reducing taxes or increasing taxes. एक government आती है वो कम कर देती है, दूसरी government आती है वो ज़्यादा कर देती है. So this is not something which attracts foreign investment. The foreign investors want to feel secure, want to feel certain about the taxation in the country. And that security comes when we sign an international treaty. The example of Philippines is given. They signed the treaty in 1997. Their IT exports today are $25 billion. So, my request number one, or recommendation number one, is that Pakistan should become a signatory of IT agreement. Next slide. Next is access. 2G, 3G, 4G, whatever it is. The higher you go, the more spectrum you need. In Pakistan, the spectrum has been, a very little spectrum has been sold in the last 10 years. About 60 megahertz. Spectrum is something which the operators need, and the government has it. Or government has it, but it is of no use if it is lying unused. It is a resource, it is a scarce resource, but not a resource like oil or petrol or gas, that if you use it, it will finish. It will not finish. It has to be used. If you use it today, you get the economic benefits. If you don't use it today, you don't get the economic benefits. So previously, very little spectrum has been released, and that too very late. जो 2008 में होना था वो 2014 में हुआ. On top of that, at a very high price. So what we need to do is, normally we should be auctioning the spectrum, but unfortunately we don't have time. We have already lost a lot of time. My opinion would be, my request would be that we take the last spectrum auction prices and offer spectrum to the operators. And this offer should not be for Pakistan alone, it should be for Azad Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan also. Because AJK and GB are living in that previous century where there used to be one operator, government owned, no competition as far as 3G, 4G is concerned. That's what the situation is over there, because there is no spectrum released. Next. And the third thing which I mentioned, optic fiber cables for the backbones. In Thailand, they have 90% of the towers connected with optic fibers. Why? Because when you have growth in 3G and 4G, 5G even more, you need very strong backbones, very big pipes in the backbone. In days of voice telephony, microwave backbone used to work, not anymore. We need to have fibers in the backbone. Pakistan was the first country which started taking fibers to the sub-districts, the so-called tehsils and talukas. We did that, started in 2008 with USF, and now almost, I think, shayad ek aad reh gaya ho to pata nahi, lekin every tehsil, about 415 of them are connected with fibers. We had to go forward, ahead. We had to go to union councils. We stopped, Indians took the lead. They are connecting 250,000 gram panchayats. Gram panchayat is a cluster of villages just like Union Council. So they are connecting 250,000 gram panchayats with fiber optic cables. We need to do the same. And the sooner we do it, the better it is. And look at the amount of jobs it will create. From trench diggers, unskilled trench diggers, to skilled cable jointers, to highly skilled network managers and network operators. There's a lot of investment and job potential in there. So my third and the last request is that let the operators lay optic fiber cables. Now why do I say this, let the operators lay? This is where I come to the point where we don't need any money. Next please. Equipment signing of IT does not require any money, of course. There will be some loss of revenue because, as we know, some equipment is also imported through proper channels. A lot of IT equipment, at least on the user side, is not coming in through proper channels. It's coming through grey channels. We all know about that. Of course, the operators and the big ones who import big machinery and big servers and computers, they have to do it legally. Otherwise, there is no big loss of revenue. But even if there is, that will be offset by the spectrum auction. In my opinion, if we release the spectrum, offer the spectrum to the operators, about $500 million worth of spectrum can be sold almost immediately. Of course, including AJK and GB. And fiber optic cables, well, USF is there. It is unfortunately not very transparent how much money is there in the USF, but in my estimate, and I happen to be the ex-CEO of USF, so I know a little bit, there are about 50 billion rupees lying uncommitted, unspent. Uncommitted means even those for which no contracts have been signed. And about 6 billion is flowing in every year. So if we do a project in 3 months, another 18 billion would have come in. So money is not an issue. Next please. I end my presentation by saying I know that a lot more needs to be done. There are lots of other things. Lots of learned speakers will tell all that we need to do. But these three basic things I think are the low-hanging fruits. We can address three basic elements of internet and give a fantastic boost to internet in the country. We only need to move quickly. Thank you very much.